welcome to another video. Today's lesson I'm going to be showing you how to make this two-tone cross design granny square. This is a particular technique. It's a lot hard. It's a lot not harder, easier than it looks, because it's just going to be because of a lot of changing colours as we go around. As you can see on the back, we've got quite a few colour changes as we're going round. So let's get started on the lesson. To make your granny square, you're going to need some yarn. I am using Red Heart Super Saver. This is my favourite yarn to use when it comes to blankets and granny squares because it's nice and soft and it works up really easy. So I'm going to put a link in the description box below with a link to the Red Heart website. You're going to need a crochet hook to match your yarn. So I'm using a 5mm crochet hook, and you are going to be needing a pair of scissors to cut off your ends. So to start with, we are going to make a magic ring. Hello, Midge. Sorry, get down. Oh, Midgie. No. So we're going to start with a magic ring. Sorry about that, guys. I guess Midge just wanted to say hello. So we set our hook. So secure our yarn. Chain 2. So make 3 double crochets into our magic ring. Chain 2. Make 3 more double crochets. So we're going to make 4 groups of 3 double crochet stitches into our magic rings with chain 2 spaces in between. So I'm going to pull the magic ring shut, secure so it doesn't unravel. So we're going to, we're going to, before we finish, we're going to have 1 chain. We're not going to do chain 2, we're going to do chain 1, and we're going to make a single crochet into our first double crochet. So and for our next round, we are going to chain 2, and we're going to make 3 double crochets into that same space, into our next chain 2 space. I'm going to do 3 double crochets, chain 2, and make 3 double crochets in the same space. Chain 1. I'm going to do the same again, 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets, chain 1, same again for our next corner space, ahead of myself. I'm going to do 4, chain 2, add 3 more double crochets, chain 1 and 3 more double crochets in the space in which we started. Chain 1 and single crochet into the top of our first double crochet. That is our second round completed. In our third round, this is when we're going to put in the colour changes. So start off with a chain 2 and 3 double crochets in the first space. On the third double crochet, we are just going to do half. We're not going to completely finish it, because then this is when our colour change comes in. So now I'm changing to a pink colour. Just slip it on our hook and finish off our stitch. Chain 1, going to make 3 double crochets, or should I say 2.5 crochets, double crochets in the next stitch. We are going to change back to our first colour, which for me is purple. I know it looks more blue in this light, but I'll show you it is definitely purple. Into our next space, which is the corner space. Do 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets into the same space. Oops, sorry, not 3, 2.5. I'm going to drop our yarn and switch back to our secondary colour. 3, going to do 2.5 double crochets in the next space. Change back to our first colour. Chain 1, so I'm going to work in the corner space again, 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets. You can probably see that what I'm doing is I'm actually working over the pink yarn as I'm going, so which makes it a lot easier, and also it makes it look a lot tidier at the end, so you don't have all these loose strands of yarn on the back. Makes it look all messy and ugh. Chain 2, three more double crochets, don't finish the last one, so change back to our second colour, chain 1, 3 double crochets, change colour again, chain 1, and you can see the pattern that's starting to emerge now. 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets, change colours, chain 1, Change colour one more time. Chain one. Chain one, single crochet to the top of our first double crochet, that's our third round finished. Sorry if you can hear that noise in the background, my dad's watching TV in the living room. So we're going to move on to the fourth round. This is when, because I know we're going to be using more of our secondary colour and you'll start to see the pattern form a lot more. So we're just going to be using the purple on our corner stitches and our pink for the centre stitches, which will then end up forming a somewhat cross symbol. Chain two, so make 3 double crochets, or 2.5, as we're not going to finish the last one, so we're changing colours. Chain one, into our next chain one space, do 3 double crochets, chain one, 3 double crochets in the next, we're going to change back to our purple or whatever colour you wish to choose, it's up to you. Chain one, 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets. And we're changing colour again. Chain one, 3 double crochets in our first chain one space, chain one, 3 double crochets in the next space. Change colour again. Chain one, 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets without finishing the third, which I briefly forgot. Change colours and chain one, 3 double crochets, chain one, and 3 more double crochets, change colours, chain one, sure you don't need me to tell you now. I've got 3 double crochets in the corner space, chain 2 and 3 more double crochets. So we change colours once again. Chain 1, three double crochets, chain 1, and 3 more double crochets, change colour for the last time in this round, chain 1 and 3 double crochets, chain 1, a single crochet into the top of our first double crochet. That's our third round, and you can see the little cross symbol that's starting to form, so you can keep going on and on and on until you've got a whole blanket in this design, or you can just make several little squares like this. So here's one I made earlier, so you can make lots of these, and then you can just sew them together to make an afghan, so this nice crisscross pattern. So this is fairly easy pattern to do, as I said. Doesn't it looks difficult because obviously there's all these colour changes you've got to do, and there's all these ends to sew in, and it gets a little bit fiddly, a little bit confusing. But once you get a hang of it, then it is really easy to do. So now, I'll be sharing this video on my Facebook page, so I'll put a link to that in the description box below, because I would love to see the colours that you use for this design, so please feel free to share them on my Facebook. I'll put a link to my Instagram account as well, so please send me a follow. So that's it for this lesson today, and until next time, bye bye.